I know they're powerful, but I haven't ever thought why they're powerful and how that whole subconscious works. And I just wonder if I could get your thoughts. I found them to be really powerful. I said them out loud on my way to the tube this morning. I do it every day. And so I know they're powerful, but I haven't ever thought why they're powerful and how that whole subconscious works. And I just wonder if I could get your thoughts.
Monks have been using affirmations forever, mantras as they call it in Sanskrit. We use these beats to chant on, and a lot of times people say these are prayer beats, but we actually, you could say they're prayer beats, but we're actually more like affirmation or mantra beats. So we use these to actually program our subconscious. So as we chant on each beat, we chant an affirmation. I'm happy, or I'm confident. We repeat the same chant over and over again, and the 108 beats in here, so you can imagine how your subconscious is programmed.
You memorize like 108.
Oh, well, just one chant.
One chant. Okay.
One chant over and over again. So it's I'm happy or I'm confident. You repeat it 108 times. So with affirmation, 3 ingredients are necessary: concise choice of positive words, clear visualization, and a corresponding feeling. And most people don't understand this when it comes to affirmation. They just say the words, but no visualization and no feeling. For example, if I say, I love apples, concise choice of positive words. Now, when I say the word I, my mind knows I'm talking about me. When I say the word love, my mind knows that he likes it, he enjoys it, he adores it. That's what love means to him. When I say the word apples, my mind gets confused. Because it's searching my entire hard drive, my entire subconscious from the day I was born for every occurrence of the word apple. Red apple, green apples, yellow apples, Honeycrisp apples, Red Delicious, Fuji apples, Washington apples, Apple MacBook Pro, MacBook Air, Apple Watch, iWatch, Apple iPhone, Apple iPad. What apples is he talking about? I have no idea. Okay? So words alone is not enough. So that's why we have visualization. So when I say I love apples and I visualize a bright red apple, my mind goes, oh, that's what he's talking about. I love apples. He loves bright red apples. This particular type of apple. It's a Washington or Honeycrisp apple, which has a little yellowish tint to it.
Okay.
So that's why words and visualization are important.
Okay.
And then feeling. Feeling is emotion. Emotion is energy. And you know the famous scientist Tesla? Not personally, but obviously through reputation. He had this beautiful saying which kind of encapsulates Hindu philosophy really well. He said that to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. So to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Everything is made up of energy that's vibrating at a certain frequency. Right? So the chant has molecules and atoms that are vibrating a certain frequency, binding it together, creating a certain matter. So what we believe is that if your subconscious is filled with patterns that are vibrating at a certain frequency. Anger could be vibrating at 20 kilohertz, happiness at 30 kilohertz. I don't know what the numbers are, I'm just making stuff up in terms of numbers, but everything is vibrating at a certain frequency. And if you can go into your subconscious and create a pattern, infuse it with energy that's vibrating at a certain frequency, you can attract things of a similar nature to it. So if I go into my subconscious, I repeat an affirmation which has a concise choice of positive words, clear visualization, I infuse a feeling into it. What does it feel like, right? And it starts to vibrate in my subconscious with that frequency. Now it attracts anything of a similar vibration or similar frequency towards it. To give you a very simple example, boy dates girl, they go out for 2 years, they have a great intimate relationship, they break up. Boy hangs out with his friends to get over the relationship. The girl does, chocolate, shopping, wine therapy with her girlfriends for 6 months, finally says, I'm over him. She starts dating again. Who does she attract into her life? Quite often a similar guy. Different person, but with the same vibration. Same type of person. I've had so many people come up to me, boys and girls, say, I keep attracting the same type of person into my life. Common thing I hear all the time. Why? Because John dates Sue. They have 2 years of a relationship. Sue has vibrations that are emotional experiences that are vibrating at the frequency of John in her subconscious. They break up. Those experiences are still vibrating at the frequency of John in her subconscious. Now she goes to date. Who does she attract? another John named Peter
Mm.
of a similar frequency. And that just happens. So energy doesn't know how to discriminate between what's good for you and what's not good for you. It's just energy. So anything of a similar frequency gets drawn to you. So if you know how the subconscious works and you know how to program it using affirmations with a clear choice, concise choice of positive words, clear visualization, and a corresponding feeling, feeling being the most important component because it's the actual energy that attracts, then you can bring into your life anything you want.
All right. So what does that mean? What does that mean what he's talking about? What is he talking about? Type in the chat. What is he talking about? We're talking about the subconscious mind. Right? Let me see. Let me get this. What is he talking about? Right. So we're talking about vibrations. We resonate what we create. Affirmations, right? That's what he's talking about. So he's talking about your subconscious mind and your affirmations. So, for example, what he's saying is your subconscious mind hears everything, right? It's aware of everything. It's everything that's going on around it. It picks it all up. Your conscious mind sorts and sifts the information, and you choose to listen to certain things, right? Or you choose to pay attention to certain things. Now, that information is still getting in your brain, right? Your brain is still collecting that, but through your conscious mind, it uses certain patterns, right? So what does that mean? Why is that important, especially in the business that we're doing? Why is that important? Okay, it's important because we have to be careful of how we're talking to ourselves in this business, in this life, right? Affirmation is something you affirm about yourself, right? So if I'm somebody who always says, "Oh, I'm not good with names," right? For an example, I'm not good with names. Okay, because and now you will never outperform your self-image. So if you always say, I'm not good with names, you're right. You're never going to be good with names, right? But if you work on it and say, you know what, can you tell me your name again? I'm getting better at remembering people's names. I'm very good at remembering people's names. I just need to hear it a couple more times. That's a different affirmation that you're telling yourself, which ultimately your mind hears, right? And you act accordingly, right? For example, I love to say I'm coachable, right? I think one of my biggest assets I've learned over the years, I've been able to be coachable. I'll listen and intake. I'll use what I feel that is best, or I'll learn from somebody who's doing it, and it keeps me open-minded. Now, for example, instead of saying I get it, I'm getting it. So it's the same thing. Let's say somebody's showing you something and ask it, do you understand? And you say, I get it. What does that do? That shuts your mind off, subconsciously, right? We're talking about subconscious. I get it. I got it already. I don't need any more. I'm good. But instead, you say, I'm getting it. That keeps your mind open to learning new things, right? These are positive affirmations that we're giving ourselves. It's going to create a positive lifestyle. It's going to attract better people in your life. You're going to attract better results, right? You're going to attract success. Now, if you say that, you know what, man, I'm just not good at talking to people. I'm just not good at making phone calls. I just don't have the time. Those are all affirmations too, things that you repeatedly say and that you repeatedly do. Nobody has more time than somebody else, right? There's always, we all have the same 24 hours, right? So I want you to be very conscious of what you're saying to yourself, what your affirmations are. Another one I say is I'm a 7-figure closer, all right? I'm a happy and successful net 8-figure real estate investor. I'm disciplined, I'm focused, I'm coachable, I'm getting it. I'm serious about my business, right? It's a priority to me, right? We make these decisions. And what he also mentioned is they have to be concise, positive words. So he says, I love apples, right? I'm coachable, and visualize it. And you believe that, right? And you're going to start seeing things attracting to you, right? I started mentioning, I started mentioning something in the business not too long ago. I'm saying, this is what I need. I need this. I need this. I need this. And it eventually showed up, right? Because you believe it, you speak it, and when you speak it and you attract things, it's just crazy. You guys see what it can do for your life, right? But ultimately, it's about what you're telling yourself and keeping yourself positive, especially in this business. I can do this business. This is this. I'm getting better every single day. I'm learning every single day. I'm growing every single day. I'm progressing every single day. I'm doing what it takes. I'm efficient. I'm putting in the effort. I'm doing what it takes. I'm grinding it out. I know if I stick with it, then no matter what, I'm going to make this happen, right? If it's meant to be, it's on me, right? I'm telling myself this. I'm keeping myself prepped. It's 100% mental. We're doing what we're supposed to do. We're grinding it out. We're helping each other out. We're helping a team up. We're building ourselves up, right? So be careful, especially with your subconscious mind. What are you telling yourselves? You guys all have special gifts. You guys all have what it takes to work this business. If you work it and you're coaching yourself through it and leaning on the systems and helping each other out and telling yourself the right thoughts and putting yourself in the right frame of mind, helping your business grow. So this is a really kind of the business behind the business that I've took on, and I've seen a huge shift in it, right? Michael Huggins is a big guy, uses affirmations. If you see, you can always hear him, right? He says, I'm coachable. We're going to have call parties. He calls them call parties. When he makes calls, he calls them call parties, right? Money Mondays, that's an affirmation, how you look at it. Everybody dreads Mondays. Mondays are where we make money, right? Think and Grow Tuesdays, Wealthy Wednesdays. So be conscious of our affirmations, of what we're telling ourselves, especially in our business. We could be our hardest critic. I want you guys to be very conscious of that, right? We don't say the word can't. We're very conscious with our words, and we keep each other accountable, right? We're helping each other out constantly and growing. So does this make sense? I know it's going on a little bit. Does this make sense? What I was saying? Let me pull up the chat. Antoine, what's up, everybody? Everybody, welcome, Antoine. He was the gentleman I got to see out in LA. He's from South Carolina. What's up, Efren?
Yeah. So
Right, makes perfect good. So be conscious of what you guys are saying. People are also going to notice, your clients, your customers, your sellers. They're going to notice how you are. You're always keeping a positive mindset and helping each other out. So who here on the call? So we had a challenge last week to get out 50 text messages. I know Kenny sent some out because I got one of Kenny's. So type in the chat how many of you guys sent some text messages out. And I'm going to read you guys Kenny's. Okay. So here's Kenny's. Hey, this is Kenny Foster from KFLF Investments. We're looking for off-market properties with some upside. We help distress owners and landlords by buying their properties and leaving them from their stress of a very round home, probate, vacant properties, job transfer, divorce of landlords, tired of dealing with tenants and toilets. I pay property referrals from $500 to $1,000. If you or any of your family members are in need of a quick sell, contact me. Boom, gives his phone number. Perfect, right? It's perfect. You put something out there. You let people know what you're doing. You let know you can help them. And you're just getting it out there. Maybe it doesn't, you know, you don't get a hit now, but it's going to be coming down the road, right? Or they're going to tell somebody, or they're going to be interested, right? Sent out 35. Okay. Who else was on the call last week? Who sent out their text messages? See, Kenny just made it. You make it simple, easy, and you just get it out there, right? So is Kenny the only one that took it some? Is Kenny the only action taker? Man. I confess. Hey guys, just make sure you guys are driving the business every single week, right? We're here to help. We're here to, but ultimately, you know, just make sure you guys are just keep going, keep pushing. I know life gets in the way. I know there's a lot of things. But even if you guys think about it, you know, think about it in bite sizes, right? Like 50 texts is not a lot of texts. I know you guys, you know, that's a daily average for most people. But if it seems like a lot, you know, and it's in business, and sometimes tasks can seem like a lot, and you want to just really break stuff down. All right, so let's look at this. It's been 7 days since our last team call, right? And we wanted to do 50 text messaging systems. You know, a little bit about what you do. Do you know anybody? You know, I can help you guys out, because ultimately we want to just get our name out there. You know, do some social media posts, whatever. We just want everybody to know we're in real estate. We can help you out. You know, we can also help you out if you're interested in learning real estate. Come out down to the team, come to a meeting, whatever it is. We just want people to know what the business that we're in. We're marketing ourselves, right? Because ultimately we want to attract deals, right? We want deals to flow to us. We don't want to always be looking for deals, right? So if you break this down, right, 50 text messages, 7 days. If you just did 7 text messages a day, 7 days, 7 per day, that's 49. So then do 8. Now that looks, you know, more doable, right? So only you guys know why you didn't send the text messages out. Only you guys know personally, you know, whatever the case may be. But you guys got to look at yourself and, you know, evaluate your business and how you can grow it every single week, every daily. You want to see how your day went, how your week went, right? We're always evaluating so we can grow. Let me see, it's kind of small. That's better, right? We're evaluating, right? So look at that. I want you guys to really look at, you know, creating these things bite-sized, breaking it down, and creating those non-negotiable times for your business, right? I mean, I understand, you know, sometimes with this real estate can get so busy, I don't make as many calls as I should, or whatever, what have you. Things consuming our time, but we always talk about it, right? Don't spend major time on minor things. So those of you guys who didn't do your text messages, I want to see 50 text messages next week. Should be 100, right? All you guys are doing is just letting them, you know you're in real estate and what you're doing. If you guys want a sample from Kenny will be more than happy to help you guys out and send one over to you guys. Put it in the group me chat, get an example of how he does it, all right? I expect it. we are we are dominating this market. We dominate our business. We dominate ourselves, guys. So let's get it. And keep growing and move forward. And what else I was going to tell you guys? Okay, so 50 text messages talking about our subconscious mind, our affirmations. We're coachable. We're getting it. This week. So tomorrow, Wednesday, 8:15 at 7 p.m. We have cash flow. Now we have it at a different location, 253 Spreckles in Manteca. Okay, it's also a round table, but don't go to the other round table. Okay, 253 Spreckles, Manteca, California, on Wealthy Wednesday, 7 p.m. Cash flow, baby. I'm gonna have some fun. We're gonna help some people grow financial literacy. We're gonna get better. Okay. So this is a great opportunity. If you guys know some people who are interested in real estate, who need help with their mortgages, who want to pay off some debt, get them to the cash flow. Let's grow this team. Let's help some people out, baby. So cash flow, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Okay, and then we had a Super Saturday last week, and I seen Sam, you and Amanda. Type in the chat, some of the things that you guys got from that. I know it was in Sacramento. This Friday through Tuesday, we will be in Cancun, baby. Mark, Leslie, and I will be in Cancun from Friday to Tuesday. We will be networking with 250 of the top leaders of Renatus. This is a great opportunity, man. I'm so excited to network with the top individuals, can bring some stuff back from other people, and bring it back to you guys, different markets. But your goal should be to be there next year. All right. I want you guys to make sure you guys are there next year. It's a great experience. You guys will love it. All inclusive, right? And so also on September, what is it, 27th, 28th? We have regionals, baby. I always get the dates wrong. Let's see. It's going to be the 27th and 28th. Oh, yeah. And this will be in Sacramento. Or I think it's Roseville. So make sure you guys book your rooms, make some reservations, ask for some time off. Be sure you guys be there. We'll get some great, phenomenal training. Okay. Now, what I'm also going to do, I'm also going to be traveling from the September 21st and 22nd to go to Utah Regionals, which is Team Elevate, Michael Huggins. All of them are going to be over there. Mitch Nelson, all the top dogs are going to be there. So me and Kevin are going to get an Airbnb. Anybody's welcome to come with us. I would highly ask you guys to come with us. We'd love to have you guys with us. It's supposed to be a great, amazing experience. Everything I've gone to Team Elevate, I've been to their Thursdays, I've been to their Super Saturdays, I've been to their office. It's absolutely phenomenal, high class operation, and it's one of the top markets that helped my business last year, and they continue to do so. So that's what we got coming up for this upcoming month. And also we have August 26th, I believe, we have Sacramento intensive. Any questions or thoughts about that? Oh, that's cool. thoughts, questions, comments about this upcoming week events, about growing your business, about the regionals, about Cancun? Oh, here we go. Let me see the chat. Antoine. Oh, so for those of you guys who weren't on the call last week, were sending 50 text messages out to people about who we are and what we do, right? So Kenneth just put it in the chat, in the GroupMe chat. So there's your guys' sample. Basically, what I'm telling you, what we were mentioning is everybody needs to know what you do, right? Everybody needs to know that you're in real estate. Everybody needs to know that you help people get in real estate. Everybody needs to know what it is you do, right? We call them audio business cards. So Kenneth just put that in the GroupMe, just an example of what he did. And so you guys could play off of it, use it, do whatever you can, make it your own so that everybody knows what you do, right? So, we just talked about how to market and how we have communities don't know. Okay, cool. So it sounds like you had a good time, Sam. I do not have the address for the Sac Roseville. Leslie, do you have it? And then I believe Thursday is all day. So, yeah, I believe it's all day. Let me see, Antoine. I'll put you in here. All right, you should be on there, Antoine. It's called Alpha Army. I just added you, so you should be good to go. I believe Thursday it's all evening, or all day. I'm sorry, excuse me. Miss Granny, I will have to have Leslie, if you can put in the GroupMe chat or in the chat here what the address is. I am not 100% sure. Let me see if I can find it on the calendar. Give me 1 second. So it is, so on the 25th, so not this Saturday, next Saturday, you guys should all be going to Sacramento. Brian will be focusing on seller financing and subject to purchase contracts. This is going to be a really good class, guys. So that is August 25th in Sacramento, right when we come back from leaders trip, okay? But as far as, let's see if she has it on the calendar for, she doesn't have it on the calendar yet. So we'll have to get back to you on that one. Oh, there you go. See if I can copy and paste this. So that is the hotel right there. Now for regionals, you're gonna have people from Seattle, you're gonna have people from Nevada, you know, the West Coast, and people from Arizona. So you're gonna have a bunch of people in Renatus that are gonna be there. Keep in mind, it is more geared for the marketing. It's more geared for self-development. It's not a real estate conference per se on real estate strategies. It's about us coming together, us networking, building relationships. I can give you an example. Last year, I met about 30 to 40 people at the last regionals, and one of the guys was TJ Ruzio, and this guy's doing 10 flips right now at one time, right? And I'm able to network. I contacted these people, got the resources. I've gotten private lenders through the community, you know, so you guys never want to miss these events because you guys are going to gain your resources for your real estate business. You're going to gain marketing training. You're going to get sales training. You're going to get meet with the top leaders of the region. You're going to meet Bob Snyder, the CEO. Scott Rowe's going to be out here. Hugh Zaretsky, I believe, will be out here. So you guys want to make sure you guys are going to be there September 28th through the 27th through the 28th in Roseville, California, 240 Conference Center Drive. It's a very nice area. We had a phenomenal time last year, and I'm super excited. I cannot wait, baby. Regional season. Get to go meet all the people. It fills up fast. It definitely does. So make sure you guys are doing that. And, you know, there's also Airbnb we can, you know, do. Airbnb is a cheaper way. So, yeah, be aware of that. So what I'm going to do is, Miss Leslie, I am going to go ahead and hand it over to you so you guys can go ahead over the study groups that you have this week.
Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to the call. Mark is finishing up on tax and legal day 2. Are you on, Mark?
Yeah, I'm on. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Great. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Jose, for the great training as always. So we did 1 through 17 for tax and legal day 2. Kind of covered 401k, self-directed IRAs, a little bit of HSAs and HRAs. So we'll just kind of pick it up from there. So a little bit left on the HRA. So if you're married, he says an HRA, which is a health redemption account, you want to go to an S Corp, which you go to a family management company, and then you hire your spouse. That's how you kind of do it that way with an HRA. If you're single, if you're single, you know, you really can't have an HRA. You have to go to a C Corp, like a leasing company. And it's really not good for you unless you have out-of-pocket expenses over $3,500. So it really doesn't make sense to do that unless you have those kind of expenses. So, and an HSA, which is the health savings account, you can only put $3,400 a year in it. But you can also use that to invest in real estate or anything else, just like an IRA. So keep that in mind. Go through those classes again because it gets pretty in-depth. From that point on, he goes to identity theft and privacy. So, you know, he's going to touch a little bit on this. So we're just going to go through some highlights. I'm not going to get too involved, but, you know, he really says don't leave your ID with people, you know, with your street address. There's 3 main goals he wants you to take care of. So it should be mistaken identity, privacy, and identity theft, right? So that's what his main goals are. So he has a couple of books he wants you, he kind of recommended. These guys are kind of like off the grid type people, little tweakers, but How to Be Invisible by J.J. Luna, that's a book. And How to Disappear by Frank Ahern, that's another book he recommends. So for him, there's like 4 levels. We don't want to make it easy for criminals. So level 1, everybody needs to do, you know, economical moves that will give you more privacy than 98% of the general population. Level 2, you know, you want to protect your home, your vehicle, your rentals, you know, will be owned by an LLC or a trust, as well as your utilities, smartphones, other electronic devices. He says he'd like you to use an alternate name. Utilize PO boxes or CMRAs for all your correspondence, your mails. You know, he says use credit repair, go to Air Accounts, Credit Nerds to help you with that. So, you know, what to do. You got to plug the immediate loopholes in your security. Be more, before you ever again give out your social security, your home address, date of birth to anyone other than government agencies. So you don't want to give that out to just anybody, right? You got to make it expensive for the thieves. So also, let's see. So the level 1 procedure he goes into. So can anybody tell me some of those procedures that he mentions? 15 of them. We don't have to do all of them, but give me a few. Just throw it in the chat if you can. Anybody? If not, we'll just start calling on people. We'll go down the line. Yeah, I'll go first. So you wanna use a credit tracking bureau. He wants you to use one of those, right? Go paperless. Copy all your contents from your wallet and keep it in a safe spot. Move all your contents from the glove box to a lockbox in your trunk. Interesting. You know. Install antivirus on your computer. Don't keep sensitive information on your laptop. These are some of the things that he goes over. I mean, there's 15 of them, so, you know, go over it if you guys haven't done it yet. Level 2 is you want to set up a PO box or a CMRA, which is a commercial mail registered agency, right? So like a UPS or whatever like that. Use a new address for your shipping and mailing. Establish revocable living trust or an LLC. Establish an alternate name. So it kind of says use an alias, which is kind of, it's not illegal, but a lot of people do that just so people don't track you. You know, you're talking about privacy. People getting ripped off. I believe we had a team member that got some of their money stolen out of their account. So you got to take some of these steps to avoid that, right? So level 1 and 2 is really where he wants you to get busy with. Level 3 kind of gets more crazy. It gets into some crazy stuff. Obtain a ghost address. I mean, these are like off the grid stuff, crazy people. Pay everything in cash. Some people do that. You know, don't give out information about yourself or your work. That's more like, that's level 3. Level 4, and more of the crazy stuff. So he also hits the difference between assets and S Corp. You know, keep your S Corp, lease a car from your company, will have sales tax if you don't. So if you lease it to your, you know, to S Corp. Somewhere in that thing. Estate planning. Unfortunately, we're all going to die. Over 50% of the people don't have a will. So the recommendation is to get a will. You need to have 2 witnesses that are not, you know, family members. Have the will notarized. So the difference between a will and a trust, a will is for who, what, you know, who's it for, what's it for. You have 2 executors. A trust is revocable trust, who, what, when, how. Avoids probate. It's private, not for public. You know, 2 trustees. And, you know, if you want to update it, you have to use an amendment. So estate planning nightmares. He goes through some guns, pets, some media iTunes, some crazy stuff. Guns, you have to re-register if it's willed to you. Media iTunes, you don't own. I don't know how that applies much. Pets, make sure you have some kind of plan. The person dies and the pet's just running around. Nobody knows what to do with them. They usually end up killing them. So you gotta have something planned for that. So the difference between revocable trust and irrevocable trust. Revocable is non-taxable entity. For estate planning, there's no asset protection. Irrevocable is a document is not taxable. No, it has tax consequences, so it has better asset protection. So you gotta kind of know which one you want to use. Trust owns everything. You want to evaluate your trust every 5 years to review it. If there's any life-changing events, you want to change it. Then it goes into power of attorneys, an estate plan. So you're going to want to complete estate plan, a will with no trust, a trust and a will, powers of attorney for healthcare, powers of attorney for finances. Advance directive is really someone who is in charge of pulling the plug. Assign your personal property, funeral, and burial instructions for somebody to do. You can also do a charitable trust, but it has to be at least 20 years. So that's kind of way out there. Tax tools and networking. So there's 10. So really at the end, you got 10 takeaways. So, number one is have a 10-year, 5-year, 1-year goal. You need to set a board of advisors, at least 3 people. The strap plan, tracking your expenses. He says use QuickBooks, keep receipts up to 6 years. Do a tax review, emergency fund, at least $1,000 that he wants you to have started, and at least do a will. So that's pretty much his top 10 takeaways. And at the end, he really tells you don't give up. So this is not a sprint, it's more of a marathon. But he says at least get a will going so you can have that in place. That's basically covers tax and legal day 2.
Thank you, Mr. Mark. I
Sure.
appreciate it. I noticed that nobody chimed in. I noticed that Mark asked multiple times and it doesn't look like anybody else did their homework. Guys, the point of the study groups is not for one person to watch it and you guys listen to what they're saying. The point of the study group is for us to come together and help each other and bounce the ideas of what we learned in the classes off of each other so that we can help each other and, we grow more. Right? I don't know, if it's better if we do a conference call so everybody could talk, or, these team calls are for us to grow, not just to hear one person talking, for me to talk, right? It's about us as a team growing together and getting better and doing our daily activities to grow our business. Right? So if you guys aren't going to participate, we don't need to do the study groups, right? The study groups are to help, each other and to help you guys, right? It's not for, whoever's doing it that week to read off the class so you get the highlights. And I don't know, maybe, some of you guys aren't able to chat right now, or, you're, whatever, maybe you did go through it, you just weren't able to chime in. That's a possibility. But I see a week in and week out, it's just dying off a little bit more. There's less activity. There's less people, interacting, right? So we're going to do it again this week. Or actually what we're going to do is we will not be here Tuesday. So we can, you guys can do your homework. We can create another class. And we can create a conference call so we can do a conference call. I don't know if, let me see. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna just give you guys, we'll pick another class. I think, Leslie, what class are you guys on? Or you guys just finished tax day legal, let's say 2. What other ones do you guys have?
So the only thing that's left that we haven't gone over is fast track review, and there's 13 chapters.
Fast track review. Okay. So we went through the essentials as a team, right? So we went to essentials as a team. What we're gonna start doing, as long as I still see it, I'm not gonna take time out if we guys aren't participating, right? If you guys want to not gonna continue to do study groups, if you guys want to bring that back up, that's something you guys can start facilitating and doing it, right? Because it's not about one person, it's about the team going through it and masterminding and helping each other out. So why don't you guys take this week off, and next team call we're gonna have is gonna be on tomorrow is Wednesday. So we'll do next Wednesday, we're gonna do a team call, not Tuesday, because I won't be here. So remember that. And I want to make sure you guys did your 50 text messages or 50 people, whatever you guys want to do, right? Get your message out there. And I guys want you guys to seriously think about if you guys are going to execute when it comes to this mastermind of the study groups. Because I'm not going to put it on one person. I'm not going to just listen to one person talk and nobody interact, nobody have any, input. That's not what it's about. That's not what the reason why we started it. Okay. So 50 text messages. We have cash flow tomorrow. I'll be out of town, but if you need me, I will still be, doing some work. I need to go to T-Mobile. If my reception is bad, you can Facebook message me, or the GroupMe app should work too. So be aware of that. The reason why I'm giving you guys my travel schedule. Make sure you guys are planning for the regionals on the 27th and the 28th in Roseville, California. And I want you guys to, we can do this together. We're not going to count on certain people. This is a team effort, right? We don't have an office that you can go to every week. Sacramento, they meet every Thursdays in person every single week. They have their study groups. They have their intros. That's not what we have yet. We need to grow that if that's what you guys want, but it takes everybody pitching in, right? And we have the right people in place, right? This isn't an individual sport. This is a team sport. Let's make sure we're helping each other out. All right. So I hope you guys have everything. Any thoughts, questions, or comments before we end the call?
Yeah, about that regionals in Roseville, California. Can you hear me?
Yeah. What's up, Antoine?
How do I go about with getting tickets and stuff like that?
With getting what?
Do I have to get tickets to go to the regionals, or do I have to sign in somewhere, or how do we go
what
about
they're
it?
gonna do is eventually, I believe they have tickets. They'll have it on the calendar. That's not up yet, so I went and checked on it. As soon as I get it, I'll let you guys know, and I'll
Cool deal.
hook you guys up for sure.
All right, cool deal. Cool
Yeah,
deal.
man. Yeah, man. All right, guys. So I want you guys to make it happen this week. Remember, next week we're gonna do call on Wednesday, not Tuesday. Man, I'm almost thinking about having a cash flow next Wednesday because we have the event on Sacramento. So I think we might actually do cash flow next Wednesday, guys, to be honest. I think I'm going to do another cash flow event next Wednesday. So I'll let you guys all know tomorrow. For sure, I'll verify. And if not, I'll verify. I'll let you guys know for sure. Okay. So, all right, guys. I hope you guys have a good night. I will talk to you guys soon. Let me know if you guys need anything. Let's get it going.